Good afternoon, farmers.
I'm Destiny.
And I'm Sanaya.
And on today's episode of FFTV, we'll be talking about
Spirit Week, CCMR interviews, and sports.
So sit back and enjoy today's episode as we pass it off with Spirit Week interviews.
Hi, my name is Kennedy, and today I'm here with
Des
and
Ryan.
And I'm going to be asking them questions about Halloween. First question, what is the most popular costume for Halloween?
You can do her first.
Okay.
Probably like a ghost.
No. If you don't know, just say that.
I don't know.
Okay. It's a witch.
Can I just guess?
Oh, yeah.
Like a ghost?
No.
Police, Spider-Man, or Batman.
I think it's like a witch.
It's a witch. It's a witch. Okay.
Angel and the Devil. Salt and Pepper.
Devil.
It's actually the witch.
Question, do you guys celebrate Halloween?
I do, yes, but
But
I don't really go trick or treating, but I celebrate it in other ways, I guess.
that's valid. Are you too old to take a trick or treat?
I don't want to sound too old, but like it's not really my thing anymore. It's not fun to me no more, really.
Okay. What about you? Do you celebrate Halloween?
Me personally, no, because I don't trust the candy. I don't like strangers just give me out. Hey, I don't care, but like if it's like I'll take my sister candy. I trust her candy. Like whatever candy she get, I'll take that. But I don't trust no other candy.
That's real.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Great Halloween.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Not this year, but I used to.
Okay. Do you like throw parties or?
Not really. I just don't like to go trick or treating.
Okay. All right.
Probably just go hoop. That's it. Yeah, go hoop. Go play baseball.
Okay. Do you guys? What's your favorite thing about fall?
Oh, I love the weather. And like the season itself, everything about I love fall. That's the best season ever. I don't care what nobody says.
That's okay. What about what about you?
Basically, what she said, the weather. You know, it's all like nice, chill, hoodie season.
No, they should have said that it was my birthday. This is my birthday month. That's why.
Happy birthday month.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you. It's October.
The weather.
Okay.
I don't know. Oh yeah, basketball season, and probably like Halloween and stuff.
Oh yeah, I just like fall. I'm just really a fall girl.
Really a fall person.
Cuddling with her boyfriend.
Taking nice pictures. I don't even know. The weather.
Okay, so what plans do you guys have for Halloween?
Like Halloween Day or just like?
Or like the weekend?
Okay, so I'm gonna go to Fry Fest with my man, of course. Okay. Then I'm just gonna be my man.
That's cute.
Play 2K because nobody can beat me at that game.
Okay.
Nobody in the school.
I might go get them candy.
Okay. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna throw a little party at my job.
At your job? Okay. Okay. All right. Yep. In the fall. Like, what's your favorite thing about fall?
Watching scary movies with my brother.
Okay.
I'm going out.
Trick or treating? Yeah. Okay.
What's y'all's favorite thing about the fall season?
Scaring kids.
I would say festivals and trick or treating.
The weather.
Okay.
The weather.
Okay.
The leaves.
Leaves. I like the leaves too. They're pretty.
The weather. Like the places you can go.
The weather. Probably the weather.
All right. What is your favorite Halloween candy?
Starburst.
Jolly
Halloween candy.
Ranchers.
That's good.
Get close, get in. Like Kit Kats or something?
Kit Kats. Okay.
Chocolate? Which one? Chocolate? Like what kind? What kind? Snickers.
Did you say Snickers?
Yeah.
I like some Halloween fruit snack gummies. Snickers. Twix.
Twix? Okay.
Starburst.
Okay.
I like it all.
You don't have a favorite?
No.
No. Reese's.
Come back to me.
Candy corn.
You said candy corn?
Candy corn. Not too much on candy corn.
Candy corn?
It's just like food. Not too much on candy corn.
I kind of
That
like it.
stuff is nasty.
Y'all are
It's
nasty.
not that bad.
Yes, it is. I'ma just say, y'all know them hard, Jolly Rancher sticks? Jolly Rancher sticks. That's what it's called.
Jolly Ranchers.
Oh, yeah.
The long.
I know.
Yeah.
They come in a little.
Okay.
Twix. All right, and Sneakers.
Yeah. I don't like chocolate.
Reese's.
Is that?
You?
No, Reese's is a good answer.
What's those things called? The trolleys. Trolleys?
That's gross.
Candy corn.
That's a great answer.
Candy corn.
Candy corn. Candy corn for the win.
My name is Alma. I'm here with
Miss Rodriguez.
I'm Dusty and I'm here with.
Mr. Bradley.
Mrs. Farrelly.
Miss Morgan.
David Washman.
Mrs. Karn.
Mr. Sheehan.
Jack Mark.
Can you describe your journey from high school to today?
High school today. When I got to high school, ninth grade, I played varsity football. My dad and mom both were in the Army. And at first, that's what I wanted to do until my dad told me that I wasn't built to be in the military. I told him I wanted to go to college. I got a scholarship to Texas. And I went to Texas in the spring and played spring ball. And I played 1 year there, got in a little bit of trouble, and had transferred to Missouri University, where I graduated there with my degree.
After high school, I graduated and went to a 4-year state school in California. I got a bachelor's degree in communication disorders, and then I got my master's degree right after that from a school in California as well in special education with an emphasis on deaf studies. And after that, I became a speech therapist. Then I became an administrator.
I went to Texas Tech University and studied business, and then I switched my major to education. And then I went to art school in London, England, and studied there and lived abroad for 14 years.
So my journey was after high school, I went to college. I went to the University of North Texas. I graduated with a Bachelor of Arts and Science degree, major in general studies and a double minor in journalism and political science. I had over 20 years of experience in financial services, and I decided that I wanted more out of my life and something more rewarding, so I became a teacher.
After high school, actually I worked at McDonald's when I was in high school from my sophomore to my senior year. I ran track, so I went to Grambling State University, which is a HBCU. In Grambling, Louisiana. I had a partial track scholarship. So I graduated in 97 and I already had 2 job offers, and then I moved to Austin, Texas to be close to my family, and I was already working at psychiatric wards and at juvenile detention centers with at-risk youth and adults. And so my mom was like, we need teachers here in Texas. And that is how I became a teacher. I never thought in a million years I would be a teacher and educator, and I've been doing it now for 22 years.
When I finished high school, I was very fortunate to get an ROTC scholarship from the Navy. And so I went to college at Tulane in New Orleans. But it was completely paid for by the Navy. They paid my housing, they paid my tuition, they paid my room and board. It was an awesome deal. My degree was actually electrical engineering in college. And so then I had the Navy 4 years of my life. And so from college, I was in the Navy for actually 6 years. And I worked on nuclear submarines. And then when I left the Navy, I went and just worked at a contractor for about 2 years. And then I had children. Well, my husband worked, and I stayed home with the kids until they were in elementary school. And so just when the kids went to school, I went back to school too. And I got a master's degree in math from Texas A&M. And then also got my teaching certification from UNT.
Well, after high school, to be honest, I really didn't know if I wanted to go to college. But I had one sister who went and one sister who didn't. And the sister who didn't had been working for 6 years and was training the people that had got out of college, and they were going to be her boss. So she said, go to college, get the paper. So I went to college, but when I got out of college, I still didn't know if I wanted to be a teacher, so I thought I'd take a vacation and go to the military. And I was in the military for a couple of years. I helped tutor a couple of soldiers while I was there, and that's when I realized, yes, I did want to be a teacher.
What motivated you to choose the path of military service after high school?
Tradition, I think. I was the fourth generation of military. So I had a great uncle who was in World War I. Both grandfathers fought in World War II. My father was in service during the Vietnam War, and I kind of wanted to know if I measured up.
What motivated you to choose the path of college after high school?
Well, I knew I had to do something, and I couldn't. My dad said that I wasn't built for the Army. That's where he was at because he was a drill sergeant. So I love football. I was like, why not?
Honestly, they were going to pay for my college. And my dad did not want, my dad would have paid like for a local college, right? My parents would have paid for a local college. But being doing the Navy ROTC gave me the chance to go to Tulane, which I really wanted to do just to see a different part of the country. And so it was a good deal. I'm glad I got to serve my country, but that was not my primary motivation. My motivation was to get college paid for.
What are the challenges that you encountered, and how did you overcome them?
Well, I think when you're a woman working in a creative field or artistic field, you have to try doubly as hard at times. You have to have a really thick skin because people will always criticize your work and always tell you how it could be better or give you your opinion, but that just means that they're looking at your work and talking about it, which means that's amazing. So I think being a female and working in a male-dominated industry, that was really hard in the beginning stages.
One of the challenges I had was I had to find financial assistance in order to graduate. So I worked 2 jobs while I was going full-time to college.
Like I said, there's a lot of people that will tell you no. There was a lot of people that told me no, but I kept going regardless of what they told me, and I almost made it motivation when they told me I couldn't do something to show them that I could.
I realized that I wasn't as brave sometimes as I thought I had been. For example, there was a Delta Force. Like, Delta Force is the ultimate in the military when it comes to like special forces. He ran a group of soldiers in basic training who were the fastest. My buddy went into that group. I was in the next highest group, and I was kind of intimidated by that guy. And my buddy kept telling me, no, dude, you're fast. As fast as I am, you can do it. And I didn't, and I kicked myself now because I'm like, I could have done that. I should have done that, but I let myself talk myself out of it.
I would say the first challenge was just I was the first person in my family to go to college, so I didn't have anybody to kind of model like what that looked like. I mean, like good study habits, paying for it all, like student loans, those sorts of things. So I had to navigate a lot of that on my own. But then over time, I got better about asking for help and finding other people who had walked those same journey and learning from them. And I feel that I still do that well today. Is like when I don't know, there's always more to be learned. You know what I mean? You're never like an expert in something.
Both for engineering curriculum, electrical engineering, and for the Navy, I was one of very few women. But my parents just taught me to be very self-sufficient.
The fact that I went from a very diverse area in Illinois to nothing but, all of us African American students. So that was very different for me, the diversity. So getting used to that part of it. Challenges also was trying to do my work. The coursework in college is a lot harder than high school. So having to manage going to work and going to track practice and trying to live, and when I moved off campus to pay bills. So trying to do all that and be a student. So that was very hard to kind of, balance all of that.
What is one experience from your time in college that has been the most valuable to you?
That's a good question. I didn't read that one. I guess knowing that you can fail and still succeed at the same time.
Learning about different people and different demographics. I grew up in Texas and I went to school in Louisiana, but I met people from Michigan and Florida and California and everywhere in between. And I traveled. I got to go to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. That was the farthest I ever went. But I got to go to Florida, and I got to go to Pennsylvania, and I got to go to Maine, and I got to go to California, and just meet different people with different backgrounds, very different backgrounds than mine. When
I went into the military, I was pretty physically fit. I was a bodybuilder. I had no problem with the physical aspect. It was the mental aspect. I'd never been yelled at in my life. I had, never gone through that kind of, mental strain. So realizing that I could go much further than I had thought I could was very valuable.
I think the most valuable time for me in college was the fact that it taught me as a African American woman to appreciate who I am and to be proud of being an African American woman. When I was growing up, you got beauty standards and things like that. So when I went to HBCU, I believed it definitely helped with my self-esteem. It definitely helped me with understanding who I was as a person and who I wanted to be. I had professors. It was like a family that motivated me and helped me down my path. And you could take African American studies. So it's basically helping me define who I was as a woman, but also as a Black woman and what I'm capable of doing. And I think that helped me out a lot.
What advice do you have for high school students who are considering following the same path?
So for any students who are considering specifically teaching or being a principal, which probably sounds crazy to them right now, if your classmates turn to you for help with homework and you like helping people, you should definitely think about doing this job. And those of us that are here, we really love it because we like to see you all grow and shine and move on to bigger and better things. So the biggest reward for me is when I run into former students who are working at the bank or at a restaurant, and just they're adults in the community doing big things, and that's the biggest payoff for us, is that we had a hand in helping them get there.
I think that doing some volunteer work to get out in the schools and figure out if that's really what you want to do is important. Also applying for all the scholarships that you can, because I did that for my master's degree and I was able to get a free ride.
Ask lots of questions when you go talk to that recruiter about joining the military. Maybe talk to somebody who's been in the military, right? But ask lots of questions, because you can do everything in the military, from marching all day to shoveling sand all day to painting the deck of a ship all day to doing engineering and being an air traffic controller. And there's just a huge range of things you can do in the military, and many of them prepare you for a career.
Believe in yourself, because there's a lot of people that will tell you no, you can't do something. But like I said, make it motivation to show them wrong and do what you want to do.
I would just say, stay focused, be open-minded, make sure you go after what you're passionate about. Don't follow necessarily the dollar sign, but find something that you're going to enjoy and it's going to be rewarding to you.
I think that if you're going to go in a creative field, you have to just keep at it. You have to have that passion. You have to dig deep and really, really believe that you can do it.
What skills do you believe are essential for success?
Determination and don't give up.
Just like in real life, I would say organization.
Hard work, motivation. Nowadays, you have to be very motivated. You have to put in hard work, and you have to have a village behind you to support you. And I mean positive people, not your friends that are going to influence you to do bad things, but people that are going to push you in the right direction. Mentors. If you don't have a mentor, find you a mentor, because I know young kids go through a lot of things like we do, and that it gets very hard. So find some mentors and a group of positive people that can push you and motivate you in the right direction.
Staying motivated, staying focused on your goal, and not letting anything that may feel like stressful take you off the path.
Down at Tech West, the electrical program and AV productions program collaborated to create a video promoting Channel Lock. The video was entered in a competition with a chance to win $5,000 and new sets of Channel Lock tools for the lab. In the end, the contest was determined by which video had the most likes on Facebook, and our video already made it to the final 3. Voting closed on Friday the 28th, and I do hope they won.
Here in the electrical program, we're constantly working from heights. We never climb any structure or ladder taller than 6 feet without our follow rest harness to go along with our safety glasses, gloves, and steel-toed boots.
And don't forget your hard hat when working under overhead work.
Man, looks like those channel locks aren't doing their job. Actually, these technically aren't channel locks. The technical term for these are tongue and groove pliers. Tradesmen only started calling them channel locks because they manufactured the most high-quality tongue and groove pliers on the market.
Here, try these. They always get the job done quick and efficiently.
Wow, you're right. The grips on these are much better and grab the bolt more securely. Thanks channel locks.
So growing up, I was always interested in the electrical side of things. And when I got the chance to take the class in high school, I was really interested in how things worked in the class.
Growing up, I had an uncle that was an electrician, and I always did stuff with him. And then in high school, I joined the class.
Mr. Keys is a great instructor, and not only is he a great instructor, but he taught us how to work safely.
My name is JP Keys. I'm the NCCR Training Director and Electrical Instructor here at Tech West. We are located in the Louisville Independent School District here in the great state of Texas. The program is now in its 4th year. We opened in 2020 and offered the first electrical program in existence in LISD. We host all high schools in the district, which includes an area of 127 square miles and more than 50,000 students from 13 different cities and towns, 7 different high schools. The electrical program is in the first year was pretty slow, about 14 students in all. This year, I am excited to say that we have more than quadrupled our numbers. I have around 60 students in total and more asking to get in every day. However, now that we're seeing an increase in numbers, it's becoming very difficult to accommodate all these future electricians with the tools and equipment that is needed. Not only do we share our lab with the HVAC students, but we also share our tools, safety equipment, and other resources. On top of that, LISD and the state of Texas have decided to decrease budgets in schools across the state. We took a major hit. Unlike other programs in the career industries, the electrical trade doesn't have many competitions for the students in school to earn scholarships, grants, or money for tools and equipment. This is where we're hoping Channel Lock can come in.
Welcome to Tech West Electrical.
Hey, my name is Alma. I'm here with
Miss Hoyos. Miss Moody.
How old are you, first of all?
I'm 99. I'm 102. It's my little sister.
How did you dress as an old person?
I got my nice granny shoes, my long dress to cover up all my parts, and my nice cozy sweater, just in case I get cold. But don't forget your hair. Oh, I forgot. I got grays now, and I got my wrinkles on my forehead. Looking real nice. I wore a muumuu. You can't see it all. Then I wore my robe, because, it's a robe. And then I wore my Christmas socks, because that's what grannies do. And then I wore I don't even know what those are called, moccasins. And my slippers. I got my glasses and my cane.
Well, that's a nice fit for this Spirit Day.
I dressed up as Joel from The Last of Us, either the video game or the TV show. And I dressed up like this because this is literally the only costume I had.
That's it here. Thank you for your time. I'm here with
Julie, Michaela, Pamela.
What hat did you wear?
I wore my Corpus Christi hat.
Okay.
My beanie. Also my beanie.
I wore a outdoors Bass Pro hat.
I wore a witch's hat.
My name's Alma. I'm here with
Miss Moody.
Miss Psyche.
Your question is, what did you dress as, a biker or a surfer?
I'm dressed as a surfer, duh.
Obviously a biker.
Motociclista.
Surfista.
I guess technically I'd be a surfer today.
De surfista.
Me gusta su vestuario.
I'm gonna go with surfer.
Oh, that's nice. I love your opinion.
Welcome to Sports with me, your host, Aiden.
And co-host, Kaden. Tonight, the JV boys play versus Hebron at home, same times as always.
And this Friday, the varsity football team will have their last home game of the regular season at Hebron, 7 p.m.
The varsity girls golf team will head to the Gulf of Dallas on November 6th.
And the varsity boys golf team will head to Bear Creek on November 10 and 11. And that's it for sports this week.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time.